the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania, Super Turbo Show. We talk about Bitcoin, crypto, NFTs, and the largest casino in the world, the U.S. stock market. The Fed, they hiked it. The CPI came out 7.5%. Matt, glance. The only one that really knows what's going on here.
What a crazy day. So the CPI came out this morning, whatever, jobs, all that stuff. And basically, you know, inflation's off the hook. So we're now pricing in at minimum a quarter rate hike, but probably a 50% rate hike in March. That's the first step. Market took it well. The market opened down pretty good, but it got all the way back to even. And then Bullard, one of the Fed guys, came out 45 minutes ago and just said, started screaming out rates. He's like, inflation scares me. We got to do at least a 50-point rate hike in March, and then we got to do at least a full point by July. And the market's now tanking as we speak. I think S&P futures are down at least over 50 points, so that's over 1% in the last 45 minutes, and they're tanking right now. Now it looks like Fed funds futures rate looks like we're pricing in almost a 60% chance of a 50 basis rate hike in March, and could go up to 75 soon. So, just the other day we were talking on the show how the Fed's, Powell likes to do just a 25 basis point hike and then see how it goes. Well, that's out the window now. Now the market's already priced in over 50%, over a 50 basis point hike. So I don't know if you guys are following this, but it's going to affect crypto. It's going to affect NFTs. There's going to be a lot less free money coming around. So watch out, guys.
All right. So my theory has been and continues to be, even in the face of this, Biden and these politicians are losing their control.
Wait. Hold on. Excuse me. When you say your theory, you mean your conspiracy theory?
I'm not saying this is a conspiracy theory. They're taking L's all the way across the board. All these people care about, and this is a both sides argument. They're just the ones currently in power. All they care about is staying in power, right? So, in my opinion, they're going to pull out all the stops on the economy before these elections later this year because they're just taking so many L's everywhere else across the board. If they now have a market crash on top of that, they know they're doomed. So they're going to do everything they can short term. Same with Trump, right? All he cared about was the stock market, right? In the moment. So I'm not worried about this at all. They're going to pull out all the stops. Don't worry.
Bare shelves Biden is going to pump it. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, all right, Fed line. So Fed scandal.
All right.
What happened here? Is this a Tony? This has got to be Tony.
Absolutely. So there's this great Substack article that just came out. Fed scandal bigger than Watergate. Now, if you ask me, Watergate's like a little puny, just a little tiny scandal. I mean, we've seen pandemic release to cover the collapse of the global financial system. To me, that's a pretty big scandal. We've seen the deep state try and take down a duly elected Senate president. I think that's a pretty big scandal. So I don't know why Watergate is the standard by which we hold this stuff anymore. But I digress. Look, Jay Powell has just been caught out, apparently, having done some insider trading in and amongst all of the policy decisions they were making. And what's extra interesting is that he was trading in municipal bonds personally right as the Fed started getting into backstopping municipal bonds and buying those up and putting them on their balance sheet, which is something they had never previously done before. Now, Jerome Powell went into the Fed having invested in munis before. He disclosed that. But when asked to disclose if he still had them at the time that the Fed was trading munis, he said he didn't have them. But after a Freedom of Information Act request displayed that he still did have those munis, he doesn't have a good answer for it. So that's just one example of some of the malfeasance that's coming to light in this report on this Occupy the Fed Substack article. I highly recommend everyone
Great
check it
source,
out.
by the way. Great source, Tony. Once again.
So okay, that's our second conspiracy theory of the day. Let's.
Okay.
Do we have more?
Okay.
Well, okay.
I don't know.
Now
I mean,
here
I might have
is
to resign, Clarence.
here's all the links to imright.com at the bottom, so you can check that out yourself.
Jesus
And back
Yeah,
that
I'll
up.
be
But
sure
you know
to-
what? The guy's a snake.
I'll be sure to put a small team on that later today.
I think he's a snake. I think he shouldn't be trading munis. I think he shouldn't be trading stocks when he's running the Fed. But I am but a humble commentator.
Right.
I'm gonna get out of here.
Stuff.
Well, that's the thing about so the Fed. They should be paying this guy 10 million or something. They pay these guys pennies, and of course, then they go and make money doing other things.
They make money on YouTube is where they're going to because they're going to be minting NFTs from their Fed YouTube channel where they're giving away all the good stuff. So I don't know how the hell, I mean, verifying it. This is they obviously saw what Twitter did. When I can get a hexagon to prove you own that squiggly. I mean, Brett, is this big? Doesn't feel
I
big.
wouldn't say it's necessarily big. I think it's interesting.
Doesn't feel big.
Well, when you look at crypto, as big as crypto got or whatever, it never got to this point, right? NFTs are the breakthrough application of crypto. You have Budweiser, Twitter, Google, Facebook, right? Like all of these companies are actually doing either research teams or launching products involving NFTs. Crypto, that never really got there. Like, Jack
How does this
loves
benefit
Bitcoin.
YouTube?
That's a good question, right? Because like if I'm a streamer or a content creator, now I can verify that I really have this NFT. Like if you're in the metaverse, I don't know. I think it's early. I think they're just, hey, we're looking at this sector and we're going to devote some resources to it. Again, Google's so massive, right? I would imagine this doesn't affect their stock price whatsoever. But
no. This
it's the way the world's heading, man. NFTs.
Not compared to their cloud numbers from the other day that were just like absolutely off the charts. Just face
printing
shot.
like J Powell. He needs to mint that as an NFT.
I mean, it's very weird. This is very weird, but yeah. All right. So you're gonna have YouTube NFTs in your YouTube profile. That's right. That's great. That's what the world needs to get better. CZ. One of the richest guys in the world. They keep talking about this dude's money. They say it might be $95 billion. They keep throwing out numbers. And this is all since 17, bro.
Yeah.
Him and Sam and SBF come up at the same time and just print a ridiculous amount of money in a very short period of time. So now it looks like Binance is aping into Forbes because you got to control the media. You got to control the narrative. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. You got 90 billion. It's all in crypto. You're probably going to want to, apply a little bit of that, deploy some capital to control the narrative around crypto, right? I mean, Glance, this is the game that they're playing. Brett, is this your story? Did you see this?
I saw this. I saw this. I actually saw Z talk on CNBC. And he makes a lot of sense. He's just like, I just want to educate, the people. This is the best way to educate the people on Web 3.0. And Forbes has no idea how to do it. He's like, I don't have any idea how to run a magazine. That's their expertise. But we can certainly help them with transforming to Web 3.0 and basically educating the masses. So it makes perfect sense.
Educating or indoctrinating.
He's going to pump his bags and he's going to want to not make crypto illegal. Like everyone's just the reason why Coinbase trades at like some ridiculous PE, like 16, and they're going to have a face shot earnings on the 24th, I would bet, not investment advice. And they trade at such a low PE because everyone's worried that they're just going to say, all right, Biden's going to be like, LOL, crypto's illegal. Fuck you, $50 billion market cap.
It's smart.
Sure.
The narrative is everything in life these days, right?
Absolutely. You've seen it in today's,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it. These hearts and minds. I got people screaming, you should kill the unvaxxed. I mean, the media can.
Yeah, Mike, think how much the world's in trouble if we get big on this show and get to control the narrative. It's over. Awful. That's it's over. So this dude who's got 99.99% of his sizable net worth in crypto is going to own a good piece of Forbes. That is bullish if you own coins.
If you like the
I
freedom,
mean, no,
of having
honestly,
your
Forbes
coins,
has been
that's bullish. I mean,
Forbes has been just paid programming for a long time. I don't think
absolutely.
brand has gone
It's
way
almost a
downhill.
business
Maybe this will turn
insider.
it around though.
It's almost a Business Insider, not quite so bad, but it's on a pretty bad level. Forbes used to be like your grandpa was like, well, I was in Forbes.
Yeah,
I've been.
Anyone can pay to get in there now.
I've
but
been
maybe
in
not.
Forbes. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm for that move. That's I agree with you. It's a hollowed out, shell of what the brand used to be. Yeah, let's see what CZ can do with it. Great.
Even these hollowed out shells, man, that's still a lot. 200 million, that's not even the whole thing. It's like, I don't even know if it's half. So,
all right. Well, everyone's got shit to do on a market day like today. So let's go ahead and load up that transition screen, Tony, because it is the Market Mania pick of the day.
Drop it like it's hot. Everybody stack. I'm stacking to the top.
Matt Glantz, they were down, then they were up, and now they're down again. What's your pick of the day?
I like DoorDash. They just announced they're going to do financing for the restaurants that use their service. It's a pretty good usury kind of scam that most companies start getting involved in, and it seems like DoorDash is crushing Uber Eats and all those other companies. All I see is people using DoorDash nowadays. So I like this one at $100 a share. Down a bunch today. Also get it at an $8 discount.
That's right. The usury laws, some of us here are Jewish, so, it's just a natural extension. Brett Ritchie cannot make that joke. Glantz and I can. So, Brett Ritchie,
Jewish,
your pick of the day. I know, you look more Jewish than everybody.
Matt is going to love this. We're heading into the squishy verse. Okay, the sale is later today. I'm not sure if it's only the whitelist or whatever, but it's a Thai artist, Four Leaf Clover, who I like her work a lot. They're these cute little, they look like the slimes from Dragon Quest, and it's 0.065 or something. It's a cheap mint price. So even if you can't get in the regular mint, the early secondary, should
Super
be a pretty cheap entry. So I'm rocking with the squishy verse today.
All right. Go ahead and pick us up a couple of those on the Pepe account, please, as well. It looks wonderful. If you got a shot, if you get a chance. All right, and I'm just going to go with Norwegian Cruise Lines. It looks like one of the few things, if you zoom out, give me like a 3-year or 5-year on that little bad boy. One of the few stonks that haven't pumped is Rona over. Look at that. I mean, it just looks like you might have a shot to really pump here. Rona's done. Masks are coming off on Norwegian as of a couple days ago. Adjusted in second half of the year positive. I don't know, man. I have a cruise ship bag. I have a bag of this, but this is not investment advice. Not in any way, shape, or form. Not investment advice. That's not what we do here, but we do leave you with one. It's going to be... this is going to be brutal. It's going to be from the Fat Rat. If anybody has kids out there, you can... it's where Rule the World. It's from Rule the World. It's something about we rule the world. It's something like that. You can look it up. The Fat Rat. You have to have kids. It's the worst. We will thank you very much for joining us on Market Mania. Well prepared, polished show for you every single time we decide to do it. Sometimes Tuesdays and Thursdays recently. And we will see you next time that we do it. Go ahead and like and subscribe too if you really want to. Yep. Thank you. We'll see you next time if we do it again. But for now, it's lights out.
I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl. Switch it up. I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard, got the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury. However, turn it where I would turn it. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine to look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind. Was afraid of the time. Strobe lights like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right